Hello and welcome to How to Win the Lottery, state module number 4 drawing.
S.
Suck shit, Sufjan Stevens. Number 4. So we just finished Kentucky. We did the Kentucky. We went to Kentucky. We came back.
Yeah. Many people go to Kentucky and never return.
We're back.
We're back.
We've done Louisiana. We've done Delaware. We've done Kentucky. And the whole rest of the country. Plus 2 wild cards, 2 jokers.
2 jokers.
So, Shreds, while I shuffle the deck,
Yeah.
do you want to explain what we're doing, how this is drawn, the process to get us to this point?
There is a musician, a folk kind of indie musician named Sufjan Stevens who made a promise. And then he bailed on that promise after completing only 4% of it.
Yes. He said, I'm going to make an album for every state.
Yep. And so we said, you know what?
Suck shit.
Suck shit. We're going to do it. We're going to make a module for every state. Although now I'm doing the math in my head, I don't really quite understand how it works. Because, oh no, I do. Because there are 54 cards in a deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the 52 plus the 2 jokers.
So we've got 50 states plus Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico.
Yep.
I didn't quite have it in me to explore the literature of Guam or some of the other
American Samoa.
American territories that, we are unlawfully colonizing.
Iraq?
Hey. I voted for him twice. I shouldn't complain.
He's your president. I was not old enough to vote for him either time.
Oh, okay. Well, then they blame you for him being elected twice.
Blame my parents for not having me early enough.
Yeah.
New Jersey was carried every time. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're from New Jersey. We're just 2 guys from New Jersey.
Just 2 good old boys, never meaning no harm.
So here's...
Beats all you never sub and in trouble with the law since the day we were born.
So also, almost all these states are just 3-book modules, but there are 5 states that are longer than 3 books. Illinois, New Jersey, Texas, New York, California.
Right. Texas is 4. Hawaii also technically 4.
Oh, right. Book and sequel, kind of.
Yeah.
We have drawn 3 cards so far. One was a spade, one was a diamond, one was a heart. We have not gotten any clubs. We have 10.
Wow. Not a single club.
10, a 7, and a 3.
Wow. 10, a 7, and a 3. So no face cards either.
Do you want to draw from the middle? Do you want to
cut the deck?
fan them out?
Cut the deck, baby.
Okay.
Okay, we're just taking off the top.
All right.
Do you hit the drum roll?
Oh, I'm not recording the sounds, but
Oh.
drums. Where are drums?
Do we remember? Do you remember where it was?
It stinks.
That's not it.
Should be recording this, but no.
Small robot on. We're only 1/3 of the way through the drum roll. I think this button is delicate, overly delicate, because it keeps it sticking. Okay. Is it a club?
It is not a club.
Is it a joker?
It is not a joker.
So we have our first.
The button is stuck.
I hope that recorded on there. So we have our first repeat suit.
First repeat suit. Yeah, that's the first thing that I thought when we pulled it up.
Is it a 3, 7, or a 10?
It is not.
So we don't have our first repeat card.
No, sir.
Is it red or is it black?
It is a red card.
So there's 3 longer modules that are red.
Oh.
New Jersey out. New Jersey 7 of spades. New Jersey not happening. But we have, as a diamond, we have Texas. And as a heart, we have California and New York. Is it a diamond or is it a heart?
It's a heart.
Oh. What was the game? It was a game show on TV. Was it Card Sharks? Where it's like you had to go higher or lower? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, that just sounds like Deal or No Deal to me.
So we the 3 of hearts was Kentucky. We just did Kentucky. So we're back in hearts. Hearts back to back.
Back to back hearts.
So we have between, let's say, is it between ace and 7? Well, no. Well, I'm doing this for a different reason. Between ace and 6 or 7 and king?
Between ace and 6.
Okay. So here's our options. In alphabetical order. California, Michigan, Oregon, Tennessee, Vermont. Now, knowing you made these modules months ago, California, I'm sure you remember. Do you remember books that you put in Michigan, Oregon, Tennessee, and Vermont?
Yes.
Is there one of these states? I mean, are you hoping for California?
California would be great.
Is California a full 10-book module?
Yes. That would put us off. That would fuck our schedule up.
That's fine.
Mondo.
Is it between Ace and 4?
No.
Or 4 and 6, 5 or 6?
Yes.
Tennessee and Vermont. Do you have a preference between these two?
I suppose I do.
What is your preference?
Vermont.
What is the card?
It's a 6 of hearts.
We are headed to Vermont.
All right.
All right. So we got a 3-book module for Vermont. Another state we could drive to, probably won't. But what are we talking about in this Vermont module?
We're talking about a little book called The Shame by McKenna Goodman.
Okay.
We're talking about a book called Radio Free Vermont by Bill McKibben. And we're talking about Flee by Evan Dara.
Is that Flee like the bug or Flee like runaway?
Flee like runaway.
Now, have you read any of these 3 books?
I have read Flee.
The Shame, currently, we are recording this months in advance, only $3 on Kindle.
All right.
Radio Free Vermont, full price. Flee, how do you spell Evan Dara?
Evandara.
Got it.
Self-published.
Not on Kindle. Have to buy a book.
Self-published. He's an independent author who had his book picked up by, if I'm remembering this correctly, he won a contest that was judged by William T. Vollman, and he decided, I'm going to publish this by myself. No one has any idea who he is. Evan Dara is not his real name, and he publishes just entirely on his own.
So you're saying that we will not be able to talk to Evan Dara on this podcast?
Likely not be able to talk to Evan Dara on the podcast, but what you can do is, I'm sure, because he runs his website, like I think it's just one guy.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can email him. See what he has to say. Maybe he'll give us a
soundbite?
Yeah, a little response.
We can do the small robot voice.
I'm a small robot.
Why would we do that?
I mean, to mask him.
Oh,
Like,
You know the voice disguise? I'm Evan Dara.
yeah.
Eric?
Evan. I don't know much about the other ones. I do know that when I was in Vermont,
yeah.
I saw.
Hold on, Andrew.
Oh my God, Jesus
Sorry,
Christ!
it's the button. It's not me. It's the button.
This is
This is a very expensive board to be fucking up.
It's going badly. I remember the Radio Free Vermont book is a book that I saw in a bookstore when I was in Vermont,
It's a cool cover.
and I was like, let me write this down.
Cool. Like recently.
Well, no.
So before we're doing the state modules.
Yeah. This is we're talking 2016, 2017.
Before the podcast, before I even knew you.
Yeah.
So why'd you write it down? Just because it's a cool game?
Just because I was like one day, and then I never got around to it, and then when I started creating state modules, that one it was in my head, so I was like, I put it down.
Very interesting. Very,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
So we've got, to recap, The Shame by McKenna Goodman, Radio Free Vermont by Bill McKibben, and Flee by Evan Dara.
Mm-hmm. So we are, let's see, geographically, we've done Delaware, East Coast.
Yep.
Vermont, East Coast.
Yep. Kentucky,
Appalachia, Louisiana, the American South.
But we have not gone, we've gone no Mountain Time
Yeah.
and no Pacific Time.
Right. There's no West, there's no Pacific Northwest, and there's no Midwest, really.
Yeah, Kentucky is kind of like bordering the South. Like that's more southy than like.
No. We have South. Louisiana is South for sure.
No, I know. And I'm just saying, like in terms of Midwest, like yes,
Right,
like,
right.
And,
Okay.
and no like. Yeah, the Vermont Delaware thing, like they're very different.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what Vermont treats us.
Yeah.
Holds us to. Anything else to say in this preview?
I'm excited. Vermont was not one of the ones that is like one of the real. It's interesting because I always think. There's a couple that I'm really keyed in on. And it's
Are they typically the longer ones?
They tend to be the longer ones.
Yeah.
Also, Hawaii, I'm really into get
Sure.
into Hawaii. Michigan is an interesting one. But I tend to like forget about the other ones until they show up. Some of them have more, a lot more classic books attached to them, and some of them have more modern books attached to them. I'm really like psyched about Alaska when we get to Alaska. But like, yeah, for the most part, I forget about these until we look at them. So, you know, Vermont wasn't one that was on my radar, but I'm glad we're getting one.
So the wild thing about this thing, and not a wild card thing, not a pun here, but Hearts are the only suit that has more than one long module. And we've gotten 2 Hearts, still neither long. I mean, the odds are not in its favor,
Right.
but still, mathematically, better shot didn't happen.
Yeah.
Vermont, coming soon. Keep reading.
Vermont.
Oh, all to the borders, Vermonters, come down with your breeches of deerskin and jackets of brown, with your red woolen caps and your moccasins. Come to the gathering summons of trumpet and drum. Come down with your rifle, let gray wolf and fox howl on in the shadow of primitive rocks. Let bear feed securely from pig pen and stall. Here's 2-legged game for your powder and